Nice
And
joke.
thank you. And welcome back for another episode of Efferia Unshattered. I am your Dungeon Master Nerd Hala. When last we met, Dustin, what happened to the black sheep?
Oh, well, after following a bunch of guards through a magic portal that looked like a giant mirror, we started on a beach, followed a bunch of footsteps into the woods to discover Queen Marakata and a bunch of guards. She was trying to reestablish sort of like a civilization here, giving up on the rest of the world that was left behind and dealing with the Blood Moon eclipse, when a giant woman burst from the tree line and did not seem happy. She began to throw the queen around like a rag doll, while the rest of us were trying to either, well, do we fight, or do we try and calm her down? Do we try and talk? How do we deal with this? Oh god, the queen is lying there bleeding. We don't care about that. Arapsis was able to speak to them in their own language, which seemed kind of pleasantly surprised. But for the rest of us, it seemed like she learned our language through sort of like a mind meld with Arapsis. Or not Arapsis, Uldren, sorry. I was looking at Arapsis for a second there. We began to have some conversation, but it seemed like the conversation was better off in their comfortable abode in sort of like a reclusive cave where we were able to speak in private. They had mentioned that they were the only being in this entire realm until the rest of those guards and the queen showed up, to which Arapsis was like, well, I can just spruce up this place a little bit, and Druid crafted some wild roses. To which the queen was just like, or not the queen, the goddess was just like, looks tasty, and ate it. Like, never actually tried to eat a rose, but could be worth trying sometime. They made mention that the cold iron that the queen brought along on their weapons was the first thing that really seemed to harm them, which seemed like this might not be something that exists in this realm. But they did... let's see here. I wrote a whole page, but I was so enraptured in this entire conversation that I'm missing quite a bit of details in that conversation. Yeah. Then Arapsis nonchalantly just turned Queen Manikata into a vampire.
It's not important. It's a small detail.
Yeah, it's, nothing really important happened with that. Just,
Totally
it's like,
casual.
completely life-altering. Yeah, totally casual. Let me just turn you into a
I just
a
want to
vampire.
point out, no longer queen at that point.
That's right. She sort of gave over the ring to Uldren, of just like, this is the symbol of the queen, or at the very least the crest. It's like, I am. Uldren got an upgrade from a pretty fucking princess to quaint fucking queen. Signet ring, that's the term for it.
Yes.
There was a discussion of just like, what everybody was. And at the mention of Dustin being like, oh yeah, no, I'm just human. Goddess just kind of goes, no. Where are your wings? To which, what? Hold up. Existential crisis time. A little bit of panic. I actually have that written in my notes in all caps. Existential crisis time. Dustin was given a flashback to a bunch of different memories, seeing fledgling wings growing on his back that seemed to be not noticed by anyone. After that conversation wrapped up, Arapsis decided to give the goddess a mushroom of very unusual origin, which that goes way back, and I can't find it in my notes.
We'll get to that.
I was like, yeah, some mushroom of complete non-consequence. I assume it's fine.
Totally fine. It's
Inconsequential.
not a big
Totally
deal.
fine. Totally fine. No big deal. Yeah, it's fine.
There'll be no repercussions.
Nah, none whatsoever. It's fine. And she gave Uldren the ability to kind of control his werewolf transformation at will, it seems. And I'm sure that ability will be able to be trained over to anyone else who has difficulty controlling their ravenous hunger towards tearing apart small, helpless creatures while in a fox-like form. Last thing that I have written down in my notes is that we brought our compatriots, Ilyana, Sasha, and Bodrick in to just casually watch the first sunrise that they had seen in 15 years.
Love it. All right, go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Which, by the way, I just want to point out that Ilyana is the only one whose name is not showing up on them. Everyone else has a name except for Ilyana.
Oh yeah,
She's just there.
You didn't do the nameplate.
How dare!
fair.
She has a name now.
Because I updated her to the new character sheet and didn't update the token.
Don't forget to click
Oh
your
yeah,
token.
it likes to do that.
Don't forget to click your token. All right. We will pick back up here as you are all gathered on the beach. Arapsis a little farther away from the others. Uldren and Ilyana kind of off to the side. The dealer's hand are finishing their chocolate bars that Dustin had gotten from Roland's
house.
That's
Yeah.
right. Whose
Yeah.
house? Roland's house. Wait, no. As the three of you, tears in your eyes, sit on the beach, eating chocolate and watching the sunrise. Arms around each other.
Yeah.
It's a cuddle puddle
Yeah.
in the sand. I assume
So
somebody's
Dustin
laid
just
out
kind
like
of
a bedroll or
gathers-
something for you all to
yeah.
sit on.
Probably. That'd be nice.
The beach picnic.
Um, oh, guys, I just want to say I'm sorry. Sorry I haven't been around. It's a long time. I should have never left you guys behind.
It's not like you planned this.
No.
I know you wouldn't purposely leave us, Dustin.
That was never my intent. But we still work pretty well together.
Yeah, like old times.
Yeah.
New tools.
But I just want to say that after seeing what's become of River's Meat, seeing everything that we had as children, everything growing up, all the people that we knew that are still there, once we get this fixed, would you guys be with me if I said I wanted to help rebuild Riversmeet, bring it back up, fix everything there?
Bodrick leans in. Of course, Boyle. We got your back always.
I won't leave you guys again. It'd take even more than the gods to tear me away from you guys. He just hugs them. Hold them both.
You hear Sasha kind of whispered, just don't jinx us.
Dustin pulls Sasha's coin out of his bag. I'd give it 50-50 odds. Ooh. It's a nice sunrise.
Best I've seen in a long time.
Hopefully we get many more. Dustin would just kind of look around at Uldren, Liliana, and over to Arapsis.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh, am I not going to see Arapsis? Probably. I'm probably not.
No. I was waiting for the moment.
Gotcha. Woo! No, 19.
As the sun has kind of risen on all of us, and everyone is processing that this is kind of the first sunrise, you watch as you look over and notice that the tips of Arapsis's horns are on fire.
Uldren just, or no. Names! Dustin just kind of calls out towards Arapsis. You alright, Arapsis? You're that's new.
And as they slowly turn, you can see their eyes as embers. I'm afraid we have quite a few things that we're going to need to talk about.
Sasha leans into Dustin and goes, I knew they were a bit flamey, but this seems excessive. I couldn't help it, I'm sorry. And then she immediately covers her mouth, just like.
I think at the moment Uldren is probably just sitting on the sand with Ilyana and absently kind of spinning the ring on his finger. Because he definitely put the ring on his finger and he's just absently fiddling with it and spinning it. Kind of he definitely turned his attention away from the sunrise to the rest of the group. Especially at Dustin's mention of Arapsis's kind of new flamboyant look, but more flamboyant than usual.
Flamboyant?
Flamboyant.
In fuego?
Yeah, I love that you even got it in with the French on that one. That was so many layers for this group. I love it.
Some tiefling flambé for the breakfast, you know.
We got layers. We're like onions.
Like poppers. Ileana, watching this go on, just gets within ear, just leans within, just up next to Uldren's ear and goes, "So you're going to explain that?" Referring to the ring.
Well,
You didn't get married while
Apparently
I was gone,
the-
did you?
no. The queen apparently was feeling a little tired. And I guess it was a bit too much weight for her to bear.
She grabs your hand to hold it still for a moment to keep you from spinning it. Looks at the ring, looks at you. What the fuck does this mean now?
Long live the queen.
She does a little snap.
Like, like our said,
Technically,
we
the
have
queen is-
a lot to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, technically she is. And not.
And yet, not.
I think we're gonna need a table to talk about all this.
Right? Let's get the string out. We're gonna need some charting for this one, guys.
Who the heck is Pepe Silva?
Pepe Sylvia, no!
I don't know, it's no offense.
Guys, what's
Uh,
it say?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Let's see.
You know the board with all the red strings?
That I do know, yes.
One
I
of
do
them
know.
And the
went
guy
to
who's
Pepe
just like-
Sylvia.
That's what it's from.
Yep.
I just know the memes.
It's all connected.
Like, you know.
Everything's
Oh, look,
connected.
a magnum condom for my giant dong.
Thank you, Danny DeVito.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Pretty much. All right. Let me get the sound effects, and we will continue into the rest of the scene.
You know, you guys were making all these jokes, and not a single one of you made the joke that I just became Dayman.
Dayman!
Oh!
I didn't think of it.
And we're gonna
Absolutely
fight
right.
the Nightman! Ah! Yeah!
You are a monk, so
Yeah.
you master of karate.
That's why I'm like, come on! Huh?
Friend to everyone.
I'm fucking. You made me Dayman. Oh, it's so terrible. I don't even like that show.
Man, and you were
Son of
supposed
a
to be
bitch.
Hellboy.
Honestly, Hellboy
Well, I
was
mean,
the first thing that popped
the
in my
horns
head.
are flaming.
Yes, there's between the horns. There's also like a moat of fire.
That looks almost like a small crown that's in the middle of them. And you can see as their tail flicks that just the tip of it is also kind of lit. If you've seen Blue Exorcist,
Oh, yeah.
no, yeah, but I figured that he would have. So it's the same kind of like, there it is, but it's normal flames in this situation.
Is it like red flames, orange flames, yellow flames? Like, how hot is Arapsis?
So if you want me to be entirely honest, it's the colors that you normally see from Phoenix.
Or yellow orange.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. It's like a slight contrast for the, well, what used to be red skin now is more like Because Arapsis is now more like a grayish hue now, isn't
When
it?
I don't
They-
concentrate, I'm grayish, but when I'm concentrating, it still has that, like, flame red.
Got you. I dig it.
All right.
Lots of colors. I like it.
So you, Arapsis, please describe the table that you druid craft for the rest of you.
Slowly, from the... This is a beach, I guess, that we're on here. You see as a palm begins to grow, but as it does, it begins to slowly spiral around itself, working its way as an Ouroboros outward slowly until it's working around itself, leveling out. And then as it finally finishes, Arapsis breaks off the top and then smooths it out with a work of druid craft as you watch as the grown palm then smooths itself and works into a sealed, what almost looks like one solid piece in the end of it.
Love it.
Nice.
The simultaneous nice.
Nice.
As soon as you said Paul, my first thought was like, is there going to be like an umbrella?
I mean, well, if you insist on that sort of thing. I guess we aren't really used to sun, so it might be a good idea.
Unseen
just-
servant just fanning the palm frond.
The king needs a servant fanboy, so...
Ileana picks one up and starts fanning Uldren, my liege.
Long
Grapes.
live the queen. That's
So-
nice
But
handy.
once the table is in place, Uldren is gonna flick a die table. Like, all right, who's going first? I think it's time we put all of our cards on the table, so to speak.
Fortunately, I have even more to add.
Ooh.
Feeding on my Carter told me certain things. It showed me her path, her memories, her life. And it's not what you think. And you can see the snarl kind of cross their face as they finish it. And now they've taken from me. I'm afraid that... Oh, that's going to be a bad mistake. But that's a long story. I don't want to go first.
Well, I'm gonna pick up the die and roll it on the table. And I'm currently using the D6 that's a little heavier than the P, which I would imagine I would know how to roll it to get what I want out of it.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Sure.
Mm.
I mean,
Not bad.
You're pretty well practiced at this. You can roll snake eyes anytime you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll like just an even 3 on the D6. And I'll just look at Dustin.
Hi.
Your turn, gambling man. Let's see who goes first.
I love
And
it.
now we see if Dustin notices that the D6 is not the proper weight for a D6, which is a gambling man.
Roll me investigation at advantage.
Okay. That's not gonna go well.
That's why
You never know.
We
advantage.
can hope.
Investigation is -1.
Hey, the worst
Insight
you
is
can get
that-
is a 0.
Yeah. But I will say, regardless of how this roll comes out, it does beat his passive insight and perception. So, investigation.
I would-
16?
yeah, I'd say with that 16 that you hear the way that the dice hits the wood, and something feels off.
He's a Sherlock Holmes of dice.
I think in the moment, Dustin would register it, but he wouldn't, like, outwardly acknowledge it. I'm just like, okay. So are we rolling to see who talks first, or are we just...
Yeah?
That's
Alright.
between you two.
Do you mind if I use your die?
Go ahead.
And just kind of gives it a roll. Don't know how this would work out. If it's something I'm not familiar with, but also...
Are you trying to affect the outcome?
I think... Yeah, Dustin would probably try and... If he had, like, any skills with rolling dice beforehand, trying to see what he could do to manipulate it to try and roll as a 3 as well.
All right, roll me sleight of hand at advantage.
Okay.
You kind of roll it off the table.
Oh,
Good job. You rolled an 8 on a D6.
You rolled a 2.
I'm impressed that it landed flat in the sand.
No, it's like very cocked, but a 2 is showing from what you can see in the sand.
Okay.
It's a tungsten die. That's the only thing that's poking out of the sand.
Tunk. Well, that's a 2. So that means I go first, I guess?
Sounds like it to me.
Well... Not really sure what all there is to put out on the table on my end.
What happened to your wings?
Yeah, I still don't really know much about that.
Bodrick and Sasha both turn and look at you at the same time. The fuck are they talking about wings? And Sasha is like
Boy over
pacing
here.
around you, just going, wings?
Bird Boy over here
Yeah.
had an epiphany talking to a god.
Yeah, I don't really even know if it's an epiphany
one
or
way to
not,
put it.
but like, yeah, it's
You didn't try to trick this one, did you?
not that I'm aware of.
No deals struck?
Not on my end, no.
No boons received?
Not on my end, no.
Okay, just checking.
But in all the years that you guys have known me, have you ever seen anything weird from me? Like,
You mean besides the time that you tricked the god of death?
well, yeah.
I mean, that was the big one for me, but I guess that's your call.
Yeah. But,
I mean, you were the only one of us who ever fell out of the loft bed and didn't get hurt. Other than that, you had an uncanny ability to wake up on the ground unharmed.
It's the wings.
yeah. I don't have wings. Do you see wings? Huh? You see any wings? I don't see any wings.
Bodrick starts like and starts like chicken and
Uldren is just deadpan staring at Dustin like, I see many things.
Perhaps you've just not learned how to manifest them properly. Maybe you just need the proper motivation.
Is this going back to throwing me off of the tower again?
Well, no, it might not be something as simple as that.
No throwing Dustin off of anything, please. We just got him back.
Sometimes
it's
it
not
just
going
needs
that way.
to be something you're exposed to.
Sasha looks at Uldren.
Guess you day style.
Yeah.
Can't hide from me now.
Mm.
Give me a
So, anything else that we should know about your past?
This is only just a... Keep in mind, this is just a theory. And Bodrick might be able to correct me on this if my memory on it is a little bit spotty, but when everything that led to us being separated, the item that we were supposed to go and retrieve was a box. And inside that box was this really weird key. And I think it may, if I'm remembering correctly, it may have been a key connected to your father in some way. But where that key is now, no idea.
Bodrick looks a little sheepish and goes, the shepherds had it. They took it off me when they caught me. Who knows where it is now? Could have been the Queen's, could be anywhere at this point.
But could that be how he got here? If the shepherds had it, then the Queen had it. If the Queen had it, well, it could have been close to Aurora. This whole Captain Howdy affair is just another step. Did this key seem odd, whispering to you, giving nightmares?
If I remember, it had kind of like this infernal feel when you said that you analyzed it, right? But I don't know if we ever really talked about if it had any untoward effects.
Well, that's at least good.
Yeah.
I guess another question about it is, who hired you for that job?
Best I remember, it was just something given to us by the Everyday Devils.
Yeah, Thieves Guild.
They're just, hey, go pick this item up, bring it back, we'll give you money for it.
Does the Thieves Guild answer to the same person the Assassins Guild answers to?
That's a level of politics I never really got into.
Did you get into the level?
Turns and
where they
looks
kept
to
a
that person that was in the Assassin's Guild.
Were you
No.
ever in the level of politics where they had a ledger about what jobs they got and where they came from? If there's a record, maybe we can get our hands on it. If not us, well, we can always have someone else pick it up.
My point was, what if it was Markata?
Mm.
You said it ended up with the shepherds, the ones that just seemed to know where you were meeting, who just happened to know where everything was going on. If the same people were paying you both.
I put an image in the Black Sheep chat of Bodrick's illustration, rendered illustration of the key.
Totally not
Pretty
ominous
detailed
at
key.
all.
Right? Totally not ominous looking. It's totally fine. That looks like
Fine.
something that isn't world ending in any way. It's totally fine.
I got 6 of them on my key ring back here.
I think I saw one of those at the souvenir shop back at the tower.
Uldren, roll me history.
Sure. Here's a plain old D20.
You don't think you've seen anything like this before?
Doesn't ring a bell. I've stolen a bunch of things in my time, but nothing like that.
Bodrick pipes up. When they took it off me, they seemed real hush-hush about it, and seemed very concerned. That
Like they were concerned that they were getting exactly that, and no one else knew about it.
Apsis, would you be able to use your,
Well, the issues
Thing.
in some of this time is that, well, it's still a little muddy. And when, well, really, I don't even know if she would know for sure. Just because someone answers to that person doesn't mean that all of the orders and words are directly from them. I know that Markata was just a puppet.
Well, I'm gonna have to reach out to my sisters about some stuff. I can tell them to ask Gladys to get some feelers out about finding some ledgers.
You mean the Lord Regents?
I'm going to keep it up all night. Keep mentioning family members.
Iliano turns to you and goes, "Does that make me consort of the queen, then?"
Yes.
I guess so.
I accept, and she links arms with you.
Well, anything else, Dustin?
Not too sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure we still have Roland on our side, so we have his help.
I
But-
believe
Didn't
that
he say
Roland
the
and I
Eastwoods
see
were
eye
still
to
alive
eye.
too?
Yeah, he did.
Do we know what happened to the
I don't know.
Winchesters?
I don't know if he mentioned. I think that they were part of the unaccounted for. But also, didn't he say that a bunch of the weapons, a lot of the named weapons, were no longer in the vault?
He did.
I'm afraid that means we have to prepare for some long-range fighting.
Long range, you say? I've got you covered there.
Long range, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as Arapsis pulls back and punches, and it just shoots flame out for 15 foot.
Bodrick hits the sand,
It's-
like pulling his hat down over his head and is like peeking out, like, "What the fuck is that?"
That's new.
Yes, it is definitely new. That you are undoubtedly correct about.
Now,
Part
while
of
that's
this.
very nifty, I meant more their kind of range. And I pointed at the dealer's hand.
Rapsis looks up.
Sasha goes,
Yeah.
You mean the ones that only get one shot before I get to them?
Well, like, Ollie kind of looks at Dustin's six-shooter.
I think I could shoot a little
Yeah,
faster now.
I think it depends on how proficient they've got that.
Mm.
I would hope that most of them would not necessarily be as trained as our God of Death blessed friend.
A winged god of death. Please.
Ooh, yeah? How silly of me!
"You never mentioned McTell had wings."
Oh, no. I'm talking about Dustin.
Oh, right.
Yes. I'm surprised he can't see them, considering his whole vision into the ethereal plane as well and everything.
Yeah, no, never seen him.
You consider the mirror.
Dustin, roll me perception.
You know,
Yes.
There's a giant gold dragon in the distance, just bouncing after.
You do that, and you still don't feel any wings.
Uh-huh.
Like, you remember
I-
seeing them. You saw this. Like, they're like proportional to your body, and go down to about just below your knees. Like, they're decent sized wings. You'd think you would feel the weight of them, but
Yeah.
I really feel like you're just going to have to talk to Roland about this. I know that these sorts of awkward conversations are not exactly our forte, but source material, if we will.
Yeah. Cards on the table. He had them too. Never saw them. Never saw them once. All the months that, well, couple months that we were around him.
Dustin,
And he does turn into a crow.
Dustin, at any point when you were with Roland, did you have your hand on the skull?
I don't know if it was ever directly stated, but I think there was a point, not necessarily in his presence, during one of the sessions where we put where we like set the skull down on the dresser and then Sasha threw a blanket over it.
That's right, that was your fade to black.
Wow. Wow. That's the closest you got to touching the skull around him was when you were putting a blanket over its cage.
So no head.
Ha!
Ba-doom.
No, it's just for a second.
But you have a moment of realization that it kind of clicks. You remember the wings that you saw weren't fully there. They were like almost translucent.
Yeah, we might have to address that next time we see him. Anyway. Keys and wings. I'm also kind of wondering, we may have some potential hidden, not necessarily hidden, but like allies in hiding. If, with the weapons being missing, I'm going to remain hopeful that they're in the hands of their actual owners. Because if they never found them, they got to be somewhere.
Well, I would imagine if
would
anyone
be the
knows, it would be the Eastwoods. And since Wallen has gone to talk to them, hopefully we'll get some info there.
Yeah.
Well, can I offer just one small question?
By all means.
Wasn't a big part of your general gunplay praying to your god that you alone have a direct connection to? Can that god not hear their prayers? Can you not just be like, hey, Papa Mictol, have you heard from them? Papa M, what's up, yo?
I mean, I could probably ask him a few questions. For now, I think it might be best something that we deal with once we get back into the other on the other side of the mirror. Just because I don't know if they can reach into here, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna ask him some personal questions like that, we might need to get another bottle of something good. I think they might be willing to let us have a bottle or two.
Well, if the king is willing to part with one, I believe the castle might necessarily be willing to help us.
You hear the pop
I'll allow
of a
it.
cork as you look down, and Bodrick is pulling a cork out of a bottle with his teeth, and it's about the size of a port bottle. And he just sets it in the middle of the table. You want some drink? I got your drink. It's not much.
Like I
but
said,
I got- it's all I got.
Human-sized bottle or halfling-sized bottle?
You know halflings don't have smaller size bottles. What the fuck was that? They come in pints! Like, come on!
I'm just picturing like that giant, like 30 bottle size bottle of Heineken or champagne or whatever.
It's
Dog
about the
said
size
one
of a
drink.
bottle of Crown. You could always open the box and find out, Dan.
Nah,
Anyway.
I gotta keep the long running joke going.
Yep. So yeah, it's about the size of a bottle of Crown with a longer neck, and he just kind of sticks it in front of the... Sticks it in the middle of the table. Gestures to you all to have a drink. It's the last of what I got, but... It'll put some hair in your chest. Well, I don't know if you need any more, and points to Uldren and Ileana.
Unfortunately, Bonnie M needs a bit more than just a drink. There's a whole ritual and shebang that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I caught that.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a little nip while we're talking about things. Might want to save just a little bit of that, depending on if we want to try and get those questions answered. But
Sasha
I don't know if we
pulls
want to make sure everything's on the table
Sasha
first.
pulls a flask out of her boot and hands it to Dustin and goes,
Let's get everything on the
end.
table first. Would you like to go, Uldren?
Sure. Well, I guess to backtrack to yesterday's events when we arrived here, the little stunt with the lockmaker is because he was the one who cost 10 years of my life. 10 years that I spent in Hell's Door. Hence my familiarity with cold iron.
Ileana turns and looks at Uldren and goes, the one you murdered? Supposedly.
Well,
Allegedly.
when I thought I murdered, you apparently got better.
Joy.
I got better.
Sorry,
Who has
Murdered.
a very skewed memory of what happened.
Well, yes,
Well-
you don't go to Hell's Door for nothing. Usually it's reserved for magic users, but Uldren was accused of murder.
The Enclave hired me to get an artifact. I got caught, and getting out, well, Lurthog was in the way. I made him not be in the way, which killing wasn't exactly my first two things at the time. And unfortunately, it's kind of what, well, I thought happened. Clearly, I didn't strike as hard as I thought. The guards who got me afterwards definitely thought I hit hard enough. After my escape, I guess what I thought was an escape because Dorian happened, I managed to make it back to the Enclave, met Ileana. Things happened, and we parted ways. By my fault, I will admit. But my, let's say, my time away kind of dulled my senses, and I got caught again. And this time I spent 3 years in Nimeworld's prison. So I have some knowledge of at least how their cells looked a few years ago. And now here we are. As he gestures with like the ring.
So were you at the beacon?
No, I haven't been to the beacon. Unless, except for that one time where it imploded on us.
that was a day.
Ileana gives Arapsis sort of a quizzical look. What do you know about the beacon? You know of its true nature,
How?
don't you?
How deep are you willing to go?
We're putting everything on the table.
What do you remember when Wainwright left?
A lot of ethereal, planar shebang, mostly.
Yes.
They're being
Shebang it is. You saw the celestial realm taking action. The exact celestial realm that is at war with my father. The ones that said that they were helping. They are the source of the beacon, along with Sedane. What's the name?
Name.
Looking at my notes. Sidian.
Sidian.
Yeah. With that wonderful antiphas. The same one that was my father's consort. This entire bloody game was just to try and prevent exactly what is happening. All of the Fates' movements fail because of their own actions, actually. Funny enough, yes. Sort of, yes, their actions ended up actually starting the dominoes that caused the exact things that they were trying to prevent. Yes. Funny the way that works. They were trying to prevent the apocalypse in their eyes. Pulling out all of the pieces, pulling out all of the people, fighting magic. And then the call came from inside the house. And she gave them her own daughter. So yes, I've seen a little bit of the beacon.
Ileana looks over at Arapsis and goes, "What else did you learn from feeding upon, well, our former queen? What do you know of the nature of the beacon's intent?"
Its intent.
Azura
Everything
wasn't
seems
the-
to be.
Azura wasn't the only one sent there. There were others. Most didn't survive, but Azura did. Some, I hate to say, I had to have something. I've been party to their sending. Some, what their fates or outcomes were, I don't know. But this wasn't built entirely for her. They're looking for something. Whether this is
That
your
they are.
apocalypse or... I don't know.
I don't know if Markata truly knew.
I know someone who might know, and you're not gonna like it, as she turns to Uldren.
Oh.
Where's your daughter right now? Do you remember
Well.
who I said she's working for? Training under?
We have a bit of an upset to cause in Moonladrien.
She's working for the exact organization that ran the beacon. She's training under the Celestial Order. The head is overseeing her education herself. Dame Ellen Organa. Anyone's going to know something that might, and if we're going to get any sort of answers, I'm afraid we're going to have to talk to Anar.
Well, to be fair, our next stop is going to be Moonladrien.
We have to be
We
careful.
have to. Well, we have multiple things to do over there. We have
Well,
to
we're
get
not
Anar
ready
out.
for one of them.
We can work something out to get some backing.
You wish to take my father on now?
No, I wish to destabilize some of his foothold. You want City Undead, don't you?
More than you can ever imagine.
Good. Then, like I said, we have an upset to cause in Moonladrien. Dethrone Cidian, get our daughter out from under whatever the Celestial Order is doing, and see if my mother plays ball. If she doesn't, well, we'll just have to get Petra to replace her.
Your sister's is queen.
As much as this little wing might give me some power, we need some actual backing to keep that power going. And if we have House Tenebrian backing, it'll help. Because we don't want to take on your father right now, Rapsis, but we want to take away at least one of his footholds. And we need an army to counter Bakarin's army. Otherwise, there is no getting to Naimon, getting to the book, and getting to her.
All right.
As fast as you may be, as discreet as I can be, and as sharp of a shooter as 10 can be, we're not getting through an entire army by ourselves.
No, I won't fight that point. We went through a carriage chase just to try and avoid things. Now we're going to walk into his backyard.
Well, we don't necessarily have to walk.
Ileana gives you a grin at that and goes, "It's a risk, but I may have a solution. Remember
Touche.
that dragon we stole that sword from all those years ago?
I do.
Eyes
One guy
immediately start
taps-
narrowing.
One guy taps the
Dragons.
sword a little bit.
I'm sorry. Can you stop that I thought we were putting everything on the table.
Uldren pulls out the sword and puts it on the table. This is fashioned from Luna Silva.
You
You
all
know,
recognize
the
this
Dream Dragon.
as Synthorin's blade.
All right.
This came from Luna Silva.
The Moonstone Dragon, the protector of Moonladrien.
Oh,
She's the one
Wonderful.
responsible for the wards. But I also know
And
she's not the
putting to
only-
sleep the population of Moonladrien.
Yes.
oh.
But I also know she's not the only dragon there at this present time. I don't know the other one. There's
Why?
been rumors. Before I left, there were rumors of a second dragon.
Roosting season. Interesting.
Didn't you say you knew one? And that's been missing?
Yeah. We haven't seen him in a
That's-
long while.
If that's the one, that would be a very welcome coincidence.
Well, the rumors
Yeah.
didn't start around the time the Enclave was attacked.
And he does like sex.
And books.
Lots
of books.
And books! Yes! Obviously! There's only one answer!
Is that why
Especially books about sex.
Is that why the library was being emptied?
I guess we found Rag.
That would be a welcome surprise.
I'm
Where
sure
did you
it'll
say
be.
they might be?
I'm sure it'll be just fine. You know, I mean, there's a sun dragon in Moonladrien. They won't mind if a sun elf was to take over one of their houses.
Totally fine. Well, look at it this way. You're a sun elf, a moon elf, a flame elf. It really doesn't matter. Lineage! Ha 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 ha! I have it all!
Ileana just kind of goes,
If anything,
Right?
if anything, I would have the strongest claim to.
It's true.
You're like the original elf. And you've
If he's
been to
all the
primal
elves.
world.
Would it be like all elf? Or like Alf?
I think he's a little more aloof.
Well, I know I get
Ah.
furry, but I am not Alf.
No cats for you.
Vex,
At
Vex,
the mention,
run!
at the mention of
Longer.
cats, Ileana kind of like licks her lips absentmindedly.
We gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Well.
By the way, Ileana, we have to do a bit of training real quick.
By all means.
Yeah.
My
I had a bit
gosh.
of a chat with the primal deity of this place, and it was very fruitful. And one kind of like raises his hand and like turns just his hand and turns it back into Elven.
Her eyes go wide. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes, right away.
Well, one kind of looks out to the fucking blazing sun.
Yeah, that, yes.
Might be difficult.
Tonight.
Yeah. I think once we're done with this, we all need a fucking nap.
Is there
Naps are
anything
good.
else for you to put on the table, Uldren?
Now I think you're up.
The mushroom that I gave. Well, she said her name was Efferia, so that's the only thing I can really go off of at this point.
Yeah, that seemed odd.
Uldren, I told you before that I had a plan. And that plan involved making a place that was safe. When we were talking about that plan. Everything that we've discussed has been around worrying about the current population of that place, is it not?
That's true.
The mushroom that I gave Efferia is the one that I got from Lunar. It is...
Lumina.
No, what's the name? Lumina, whatever.
It's okay.
Fuck. My bad!
I'm like, one's the god,
The
one's
other Lou. Yeah, no,
calling them
I knew which one I meant.
That's why I was just like, no, it's for clarification. Dude.
Yeah, it's the one from Lumina.
The one who made us lick the frog, right?
Yes. The one that gave
good
me
times.
all of her memories of me. So I've now put a magical mushroom embedded magically with the memories of who I am into this world. We have no reason to believe that my child wouldn't try and find a way to survive with her other people here. If not, at least we'll have food.
Well, there's only one caveat I can see to that plan. Efferia didn't seem too keen on visitors.
Well, yes. I believe that is
Actually,
more
two
people
things.
looking to destroy it, though.
There's two things, actually. One points up to the sun. You're surviving it. I don't know how others that you don't turn might survive that.
Well, yes, but I really did hope that we could try and have at least a positive conversation with our giant friend. You see, I thought putting in something that literally had the memories of myself and leaving it here for a bit of time might help show her. So that maybe if we return in a little bit of time, perhaps she will have changed. Perhaps she will be more open to me, at least. So that I might try to plead our case. If not, I believe you said there are other Mias.
Quite a few, yeah. I'm sure if this fails, I'm sure there will be at least one other that will work.
Above table, there was one filled with vampires.
You remember there being 17 mirrors. 4 large, 13 smaller.
I read through that list before tonight.
Figured you did.
In order to get into the smaller ones, you just kind of got to dive. It's really going to be tricky for the ones that are up on the second floor balcony there.
No, it's easy.
Oh,
Cast
see.
reduce.
Have you
Reduce it,
have you
careful.
seen? This is where I know that some of you haven't seen Hell of a Boss, because that's where I'm immediately thinking of.
We can open a portal to hell, but it's only big enough for a child. We can't send any more of them. Not after the last time. Those goddamn American heroes.
I need to pick up the rest of that.
So good.
Agreed.
Meow.
But, well, Dustin, I don't know if you entirely understand everything that me and Roland talked about before.
Can't say that I do. More than happy to listen.
Arapsis lets the color begin draining from their skin. And as it does, and the black lines start kind of going from the edge of and inside of their eyes slightly, you see this handprint start forming on their chest.
It's a bit of a mark.
Yes. That's hers. It's not Borgerin's. The funny thing about this form is that it shows the scars that won't heal. My neck, for instance. But this one's below the skin.
Ooh. Like in the muscles?
When Morgana kept me, I experienced a number of things, each one healing, and then returning again. My ever-warm skin next to her cold, freezing touch. It was torturous. That's who Roland worked for. Who killed him? The entire reason he came back. She's the one I call a frigid bitch.
Ah, makes sense.
Yes, she I will pay a visit to again. And that is why I asked him to look into a few things. Because as a number of the Archfey has fell, they have all been on the side of the court. That is, well, we'll say the sun. With them gone, that leaves more on the other side. She is on that side. I do not like an imbalance in the court. So, Roland seems to care about these sorts of things revolving around that frigid bitch. So yes. And I agreed to let, through no small past myself, agreed to let Roland take the final shot.
You also remember in Hardy Har's message mentioning that the courts didn't exist before Morgana's ascension to Phaedon. Well, to Archfey.
Yeah.
Mm.
It split the queen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what created the courts, is the queen herself split.
So, unfortunately, I am a bit of a busybody, even after all of this is taken care of. Unfortunately, I have a number of doors to be knocking on once this all ends, it seems. Lots of fires to start. Which brings me to another point in all of this. Everything that you've just described, Uldren, you know, changing kingdoms in this moment of darkness, technically, by me being with you, it makes the prophecy come true. At least my part. Funny how that works.
Well, if it works, it works.
Well, change to the world, turning kingdom one by one. Come now.
Yeah.
I might have paid attention to the letter a little bit, but the message seems to have been written by a bunch of fucking pricks.
Isn't that the theme with prophecies?
So it seems. But you remember, before Bokkarin sent all of those vampires at us, before you, Dustin, decided to take a portal in a different direction, in that moment it was supposed to be the Fates telling us that Razathoth had to be stopped. And I asked that oracle in that moment, what about sympathy for the devil? And they didn't have an answer. Kind of reminds me in this moment that they didn't have an answer. But fuck. Is there? Well, no, that can't be.
What's on your mind? Seem to be working through a few things.
Ileana said that the beacon was searching for something. Markata's last memory. When she was being smashed, it was that this is what they feared. This primal being, something worse. There's nothing like her in our world, is there?
Not that I'm aware of. There are powerful creatures and beings, but nothing like this giant woman of which you speak.
It's not what they were looking for, was it?
I don't know exactly what they were looking for. But they focused entirely on magic users. And when the princess...
Eyes narrow.
And when the princess began to show signs of this wild magic, I believe they called it. She was the first. No one has ever exhibited this kind of magic before. I understand the fear, but...
Was it... Well... I don't believe anyone's seen anything like her before either. At least not that we know of.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to make their own.
I I just worry. You saw what she did to Markata. If there's something like this in our world, she'll be much, much angrier.
Well, good thing we have this stick.
Bodrick looks over, kind of tugs on Dustin's sleeve for a moment.
Uh-huh.
What about that, the one that we were researching about the cold iron? Haven't heard you mention her yet. That, Sariel, I think her name was. The Weeping Forge?
Oh,
The one who supposedly
Yes.
created cold iron?
yeah.
You took that holy symbol with you, didn't you?
Yeah. He kind of pulls it out and just kind of holds it. Just kind of turning it over in his hands. Yeah. The symbol made of cold iron.
So you haven't tried praying to it or anything, I take it?
Can't really say
Yes,
that
in
I
my
have.
inventory sheet.
I mean, hey, you're thrice god touched. You might as well quad.
Shut up, all elves.
Hashtag only
But wasn't there something about like she didn't like to be summoned, and there was like very specific things
we
that you
needed
could do to even
runes.
try and talk to her.
Yeah, we need runes. But
I believe there was something about working a forge. Forge and runes.
I mean, didn't you use runes to make your gun?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What sort of thing uses runes and a forge? Bloody hell, I believe it was a bunch of forge smiths making guns!
Yeah.
So about those contacts of yours.
Bodrick pulls out a notebook and gets a pencil ready.
I mean, I don't really know what all there is to tell. If we need runes, then man, anybody who's got runes of any kind of contact, we'd have to go back to the Alamo, or at the very least, talk to somebody at the Alamo for an extended period of time.
Not necessarily. Sasha pipes up. Roland went to clear out the Alamo. He said the the Eastwoods were gone, but if they have the arsenal, you would think they would have taken their equipment as well.
Maybe. Unless if you're in a rush.
Ileana says, wasn't there a forge back at the keep?
Well, the only issue with that is it's kind of across the continent from where we're going. Unless we had some kind of way to go back and forth quickly.
Well, can't you
We
at
need a
least
really crazy,
speak?
powerful druid.
Can't you speak to Roland? Does he not have a walkie-talkie?
I don't remember.
Sasha and Dustin hold up the 2 Rocky Talkies that you have.
We do have this. Then I pull out like a sheath of parchments.
Because,
An option.
well, my thoughts is if he is there, and we had a way to speak with him instantaneous, then just have him write them down. Have him send us the runes that are on the forge. Make the forge in the castle into that. And then we go from there. Much easier than crossing the continent. Who knows how many times.
To be entirely fair, though, we don't really know how fast this castle can fly.
Let's crank this bitch to 11!
It's over 9,000.
Where's the throttle? Over 9,000
Well,
centimeters per hour.
We could always ask Crichton or Lister.
Yeah.
They're an odd bunch, aren't they?
And you know, I kind of have a bit of an access key. Can probably get us a talk with whoever's in charge.
Alright, so we fly the castle as fast as possible, counter-rotational to Efferia. And then we just go back in time
Okay, Superman.
and stop this fucking eclipse shit.
Oh, if we could do that. Oh, that'd be amazing.
The thing is, if we do that, then we have no reason to go back in time to stop it.
Look, you understand that we're in a world where life did not exist for Efferia. Yes?
Yes.
So, you cannot tell me another multiverse won't exist.
That's true. But how do you know we haven't done it already, and that's why we're here now?
Then that means we should try. By that logic, then that means we have to continue and succeed.
Wouldn't we create a loop?
Sasha, is that me
Divide by
with all
zero.
with all the math going in front of her face? She's just like,
Like,
We
if we
would
need
either
to go
create
back
a
in order to
loop,
get things to happen,
or
but
we've
that
already
creates the
done it.
situation we're in now.
Or we would implode
so
Efferia.
lost.
What if we did it and another mirror just appeared in the basement of the tower again?
Maybe that's why
Maybe
there's
that's
so
how
many
they
mirrors.
keep getting made.
Maybe we've tried 17 times.
That's right! Right? That would be the big twist!
We tried
Wow,
17
okay,
different ways.
You really wrote a very compelling story for us. I did not expect, time travel mechanics to play in this.
Neither did I.
Congratulations. No one expect the Spanish quantum mechanics.
When did this become
The
Johnny
quantum
Darko?
exposition.
God damn it.
Old Uldren wearing a crown, missing an eye and a hand, comes stumbling through the portal. Don't do it, Uldren! Don't do it!
Learn from my mistakes!
Oh my god, now I'm having flashbacks to Bravest Warriors with the time loop of that. Oh my god.
Although I question if there's an Uldren that has a crown, missing an eye, and a hand, would that be Uldren or Odrin?
Definitely Uldren.
It's Vectren.
It's the Uldren reborn.
Oh no! We're introducing legendary artifacts.
This is bad! This is bad! Claw of Uldren!
Now we just need Joe Manganiello to steal it.
Quick, get him on the phone.
We need Bodrick to almost tear his eye out to put on Vec. Anyway,
So,
I believe we have a few coups to plan for.
Yeah. What's the next step?
what happens
Well-
after the sun comes back?
Well, hopefully after the sun comes back, we've dealt with Baccarat.
Well,
If not, we deal with her. And
I'm
then we
hoping to
deal
have an
with-
answer for this.
Yeah.
All of my wonderful brethren? Question mark?
Cousins?
Inbred cousins. That's definitely it.
Yeah.
Ohana?
So we bring the sun back, deal with Baccalange, figure out where the, non-feral vampires go,
Yeah.
and then I guess deal with the universal.
You
Universal
cut out
what?
the end there.
Cut out.
The universal existential threat
Mm.
that is Aropsis's father.
Yay! Oh, wait a minute.
Look, there's no reason that my family tree has to be.
It's dropping.
Well,
Discord is dropping you again. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
Lizard.
Well, my point was we found a painting,
Right.
and I believe that painting, they pivot towards Dustin, needed the blood of a winged person.
Now, I do have a question because we have two paintings. One is Hell, one is an alchemist station. I'm assuming you mean Hell.
That would be the one. The one
Okay,
that
just
was a
making sure.
painting with bloodstains on the bottom of it. Yes, that was the one. And I believe that with a little bit of work, with a little bit of people, we figured out that blood of a celestial could theoretically open it. If our friend here does have wings...
Now the question is, how much blood would we need?
I'm hoping the entire bottom didn't appear to be, that red. I assume it's been used more than once. So one would guess it shouldn't be too much.
That's fair.
I don't know. I've never
Justin,
opened...
how much do you humans produce? Like, how much blood do you produce in a lifetime?
Like we're all different.
Sasha's starting to put up a finger like,
I don't know.
We have healing magic. It's okay.
Sasha pulls out a healing moss and just sets it on the table.
Obviously, we don't want to desiccate you. We just need to figure out, how much to make the painting. I don't know.
Now, remind me, the painting is currently in the bag of holding, which Ileana has been mapping.
Yes.
Is it? Is that? I couldn't remember where it was last.
Okay, that's what
I just show everything in there.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, where's the button?
So Ileana probably had like
Title your sex tape.
a decent landing it's been padded by all the stuff that we've collected over time. So as soon as you get into the fucking bag of holding, you just have a pile of stuff. Then you can start exploring.
Oh, stuff! Yay!
Yeah, Ileana would have pointed out that the frame had just, like, droplets of blood. There doesn't seem to be, like, an excessive amount of blood on the frame.
See? It's not like someone was gutted on top of it.
Unless most of the blood was absorbed by the canvas.
Now who's a doomsayer?
I'm just trying to see all the options here. Plus,
Not
look,
very many good options.
this is kind of funny as Uldren points to like the drop of sweat that's like going down the sides of Dustin's face.
I just thought it'd be more of like little cut on the forearm and we'd be okay.
See, that's a lot smarter because usually when you see people doing sacrifices and such, they cut their hands. There's so many tendons there. It's so like
It's so painful.
impractical.
Why in the world would you do it there?
You need
There's
to
so
use
many
that.
other places. Yeah, it works better if you unmute Kate.
We can't hear you.
Kate.
Yep. No, my bad. Sasha, Dustin, shut up. Sasha, Dustin, and Bodrick all look down at their hands and see old, faded scars from childhood across the palm.
At least it's not like my generation where they were all on top of the palm from this stupid eraser test.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm just saying, technically, if the time comes and we're looking for a way to return dear old dad back to where he needs to go, I appear that you might be the key to our doorway.
I'm still just human.
Dustin.
No,
what's
you're
your-
just dust.
What's your perception bonus?
Who were you asking?
Dustin.
Bonus is +5.
Alright, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
No, I'm just human.
Okay, 22.
You feel Sasha holding your hand, but you don't feel the prick of the dagger as she pricks the index finger of the hand she's holding. And she just kind of...
She holds your hand, but you don't feel her prick.
She's 23 and meing you right now.
Yeah, pretty much. She just
23 in D&D.
She takes a hold of your hand and draws a little smiley face on the table. See? That's all you need. Uldren, the painting?
Hey, whoa! Are we really sure we want to open that right here?
That's a good point. If it's a portal to hell, we might not wanna.
Good point.
Yeah,
It
do we
starts
really want to
wiping-
unleash
it
hell
starts
in
wiping the
Primal
blood off-
Efferia?
It's trying to wipe the blood off the table.
Everybody's pulling it out. And I'm like, whoa! I meant when the time comes.
Now, one thing we could do just
I mean,
to be
it's one way
safe,
to find out.
and I pull out a vial and a dagger. Dustin, would you mind bleeding in this?
Yes, I
But
would
it's
mind.
also like peaceful, idyllic sunrise over a beach. Hey guys, let's open a portal to hell on this beautiful, untouched oasis.
Yeah, Uldren, as you're
I'm
saying
just
that with
picturing
the
the
dagger,
fucking.
as you're saying that with the dagger and the vial, Dustin, you look over and Sasha's got your finger in her mouth and trying to staunch the blood. She just kind of goes. And then she realizes everybody's looking at her and lets go. Sorry, just helping.
Okay, 2 things. First, ask next time.
Sorry.
Second, ow.
You didn't even feel it.
There's a lot of... Well, now that I'm aware of it, I'm gonna be hyper-fixated on this thing all day.
You and paper cuts.
Still holding the dagger up. We could just remove it.
Hey, I
You're
didn't say anything
really
about
not
carving them up.
helping.
Kind of
Didn't we
need
just
that.
talk about how cutting the palm was too much?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, but also like removing
not
the
back
finger.
forward.
I kind of need it to go like this.
Right.
You know.
At least do the bottom one.
Sasha
I'm
is
still gonna
bright
keep that one.
pink.
I mean, it grows back, right?
Yes.
We're not lizards.
I don't know.
What do you
You
think
have the same
humans
lifespan.
are? Do you even know anything about humans?
You have very short lives.
How many humans
Yes.
have you been around? And do they all look alike?
Pass.
3, 4.
Apparently, all elves look like me because I'm all elves. So
No, you're just
That's a
related
special
to
case.
them all. You're like, hey, have you met Uldren? They're like, yes, I have. He's
Well,
my
to be
4th
fair-
cousin.
related to them all. Doesn't that mean that we all have some similar appearance in some way?
I mean, in the sense that you all have ears and eyes and a mouth and skin.
That'd be like saying
Well,
that
most
Bodrick
of
and I
us.
look alike.
So, what was next on the docket?
Well,
Orlid kind of leans to Ilyana, and like, if it wasn't for the mustache, I couldn't tell.
I believe it.
She's trying so hard not to laugh. You can... Her face doesn't move, but you can see just the crinkle of her eyes.
Well, bloody hell. Think about the elves that can't grow beards.
I pity them.
They're all the same. Well, I believe that pretty much puts it all there. Let's see.
Dragons. Nymorn. Moonladrien.
Well, Moonladrien before Naimo.
Well, just kind of stream of consciousness getting things.
Right.
Runes at the keep.
Multiple coup.
Yeah.
So yes, I guess we're going to Moonladrien, trying to get more resources. And then to Bokarin.
We need bodies. Or a very damn good distraction.
Well, one leads to another.
Well, I offered.
The bodies or
Well,
the distraction?
The
Distraction to call in Bakarin at one spot. The thing is, army. She might come. She might not come alone. And even if she does and she leaves the book behind, I'm sneaky. I'm not get past an entire army sneaky.
Well, there was an invitation to the theater for us to take.
I was always told to steer clear of the theater.
Well, that explains so much. You need to really experience good theater. Really changes things.
Our options with her are try to pull her into a trap, which might very well work, or face her head on, or walk into a trap that she planned for us.
Look, we have a number of additional resources at our disposal. Walking into a trap is only dangerous if you don't know what it is. Walking into it, knowing full well what it is, doesn't quite make it the same, now does it?
As long as you know what kind of trap.
If we leave me for bait or something like that, it leaves a lot to chance.
Mhm.
Springing her own trap at least gives us a chance to find information before the time.
I guess Gladys is gonna need to put both ears to the ground.
How do I don't.
It's a novel thing.
I've heard of mage hand, but never mage ear.
If I may,
Ooh,
Bodrick and Ileana and I were discussing some things while you guys were up here at first.
Oh God, it's an intervention.
Oh, no. More like an investigation? We have so many
An
places
inquisition,
we need to be.
would you say?
No, not quite. Well, we wanted to go check back in on the keep, but we didn't want to keep you all from going where you needed to go. If we met you in Nymorn, we were going to try and see what kind of forces we have. We got those names from the Hardy gave us. Maybe he left me something that I haven't found yet. Kind of like the music boxes, but maybe a way to contact Mother Moth and the others.
and if Kazro still has the automaton, that would be a great boon for us.
I don't know what happened to it after the attack, but yeah. If Kazro still has it, that could be huge.
Tell him to check the river. Just in case.
It's the only answer.
Right. River. Which river?
The
Yes.
comma
Yeah.
river.
Right.
It's-
Right.
Also, above table, because I remembered a while back, you said that Arapsis would want to check Uldren's forehead once he was in elven form.
Ileana
So,
and Uldren
just
are
a
both.
reminder, because it just popped back in my
Ileana
head.
and Uldren are both in their elven form.
I feel like they would almost want to inspect each other at this point.
Rising.
But you know what I
She kind
mean.
of goes, "Bah!" That hurt? Just smacks you in the forehead. That hurt?
You just smacked me, yeah.
And she starts looking at your forehead to see if, like, a pattern emerges, other than a hand. As she's kind of, like, feeling her own forehead, she's got, like, a hand on Uldren's, and... I don't... Maybe because you're not pure moon elf? And she takes your hand, Uldren, and puts it on her forehead, and you can feel a bone brand just in her hair, just inside her hairline. You can feel the bumps of the shape. But
Could
you
I
don't
try
feel
on
one
my own forehead with my perception?
Yeah. You do not feel one on you, though.
Okay.
Oh, after all this talk of family, I had some hope.
Family.
Ileana could just say, cousin.
Woo, doggy.
Well, that does at least answer that much. It's only the pure. Interesting.
I don't know that Inara has one either. I don't ever remember feeling one when doing her hair over the years.
If it is only
Well.
pure moon elves and anybody who's descended from Uldren probably wouldn't stand probably not to have one.
I mean, your sisters as well.
Or is that
Well-
just something that happened in your family?
I'm not sure. Although Mo and Petra do take more from the Sun Elf side of things, so I would be surprised if they did.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Maybe just the moon elves used to run into a lot of trees as children.
No, but I've heard you're a good friend with trees, Dustin.
1,000-yard stare.
Well, I believe that does give us a number of things to look into then. While we plot bringing down our first kingdom. Second kingdom. Third. I've lost track. We're bringing down another kingdom.
And together they will all fall before my fiery rain.
You got a snort. Congratulations. Take a point of inspiration.
Woo!
So, what's first on the docket for us?
Like I
We
said,
need to have a chat with Crichton and maybe the higher ups of the Spire.
Hmm.
See what the top speed of this thing is and what kind of backing you can get from them. As a start.
as your new rulership. Yes, I imagine they're going to want to have some sort of coronation time for you. Have you thought about your new name?
Not quite.
Well,
I'm sure something will come up soon enough.
Yeah.
it's good to have some time, you know. I have a bit of an inspirational streak myself. If you need something to come up with, I'm sure that we could come up with something elegant that flows off the tongue.
Uldren the Ultimate? Sasha quips. I don't know, I thought it was funny. Looks awkward, looks at the ground.
But I mean, if you wish to truly show your elven heritage, why not add more to it? Why just be Uldren?
His royal elfness.
Oh, I'm sure elves have ways of adding syllables onto the end of names and those sorts of things with me. End up as Uldren Elder Solquin or something again. I don't know.
Open Lupercal, you know.
Oh,
No one with that
that's what
name
I
ever
mean.
turned bad.
It's totally fine. I'm sure everything will be great. I mean, hey! The daughter of the last queen is, trying to destroy the world. So, what's the worst your children can do?
Let's not go there.
Lessons learned,
Cute.
though, yes. See, growing. Oh my. Oh, Uldren, have you
Yes.
considered one thing, though?
I've considered many things. but
As
what
the new
specifically?
king, you're very specifically going to have to learn to not start conversations with your fists.
Hmm.
Yes, that's the I was expecting. I've been trying to get you to learn this lesson for some time. I feel as though the universe has now thrust this lesson upon you.
Well, you see, the thing is,
What
when
had happened
all of
was-
this started, I did not want to kill. If you remember those bandits that attacked us way back in the desert, I did not kill a single one of them.
Well, yes, but
Then shit hit the fan, and we had to kill. Then things started getting better, so I started getting back to my old ways of not killing, and then shit hit the fan, and it just keeps getting back to shit hitting the fan when I don't kill people.
do you remember in the tower when you didn't kill her and they really didn't trust you right before Cindy came in and killed her?
See, that's my point exactly. I didn't kill her, shit hit the fan.
But then she died and it got 1,000,000 times worse.
I think the lesson here is that we should just get rid of all the fans. Ilyana, hide the palm fronds.
But, I mean, really, if you had just listened to me and talked, it wouldn't have happened. And in this situation, those sorts of people that stand up and live, they also are upset. That is bad reputation for the king. Killing is a worse reputation, you have to see. So, unfortunately, you have to be well behaved.
I'll do my best.
I'll make sure.
The world rests on your laurels.
Ileana kind of looks over, waits for Uldren to make eye contact, and then she just reaches out, pinches his cheek, goes, "Talking was never your forte, darling."
That's true.
Says the assassin. Do you see how your partnership doesn't exactly lean itself towards diplomacy?
Former assassin, thank you.
Well, look on the bright side. Diplomatic talk are very quick. If our reputation precedes us, Why would people want to try it?
How about we save the world, and then we'll see about reputations then.
So what's the plan? Bodrick and Ileana and I go back to the keep and send a word once we've contacted Roland?
I think that would be best.
Yeah.
We've got our Rocky Talkie.
Yeah.
Well, yes. You could take a parchment with you and just draw it. And send it.
Yeah. You do that?
Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of parchments still at the keep itself.
Well, if Khazro's there, he can make them.
That too.
Send out sigils all over the place.
And while we're there, can have Khazro do some more research on this Sariel. See what else we can find.
And then we can find out how many gods can a human be betrothed to. Is that the right word? Betrothed? Bequeathed?
I think it's touched by.
I don't think that's better.
Endangered.
Sasha looks at Dustin and goes, "Wait, was this a marriage? What?"
Not that I'm aware of. If it is, it's a very weird arrangement.
I mean, Eastbound and Hardy hard. You didn't sign
No,
anything, did you?
they're normal compared to this. No.
Okay.
Well,
Reassesses. Normal might be too strong of a word in this sort of situation.
I don't believe normal is necessarily one that even he liked.
fair. I don't think I ever signed anything. I think about the closest I got was agreeing that, I would accept the boon from McTall.
All I remember was a handshake. And then you were holding the skull.
Feels like
Handshakes
forever
do
ago.
conclude contracts. Seal contracts, at least.
But you said he called you his champion. That doesn't sound marriage-like.
God, I hope it's not a pet name.
If it is, it's a terrible one.
Well, he called you champion, not champ.
Formal pet name?
Ileana turns to Uldren and goes, "And she called you guardian, not guard."
True.
Oh, man. Where are you going?
I don't know. We're going in a circle now.
Okay, so, Ileana, Bodrick, and Sasha are going to head to the keep and gather more information while we
And
head out and try and
contact. They're going to try and contact.
Khazro.
Well, no, they're going to get it through
Roland.
They're going to contact Roland, and then see if they can find a way to contact the Fae for more. Those couple of Fae for more troops. Increase numbers.
get some interplanar reinforcements.
Yes, reinforcements. There we go.
And then at some point we got to figure out
Meantime-
what's up with those dragons.
Crichton?
Can he hear us in here?
I don't know.
Or do we have to
last
step
time
back
he
through?
Last time he poked his head in, so I assume he does.
Did he?
Yeah. He poked his head through.
Suddenly, a bush has a Crichton head poking out of it. Yes?
Hi. There's been a little bit of a change. I believe we've been upgraded to first class.
I see.
Right. We would like to have a talk with whomever might have some knowledge of more intricate workings of the Spire.
That would be Mr. Rimmer.
Could we get an appointment, kind of an emergency kind of thing?
Well, last I knew he was in the library. I can certainly see if I can pull him away from his research.
Thank you, that would be very appreciated.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I wonder if he would know the top speed of this place.
What is the top speed of the unladen Sapphire Spire?
I don't know.
I don't know that.
Yep.
What do you need, primal or Epherian?
Ah.
I was trying to think of another claim to go with Epherian.
For Mr. Lister, and I will get on that right away.
Thank you.
Of course. Just be sure to wipe your boots when you come back through.
All right.
Can do.
And Crichton disappears back into the bushes.
I have no idea how they did that.
Magic, darling. Don't worry about it.
Bear?
Uh-oh.
But
That
only
means
one.
it's time for the end of game.
Justin,
At the sound of the hiccup, the session will end. What?
Did you start
What do you mean
drinking?
already? Haven't we been drinking for the last hour?
And you look down, the bottle is like on its side and empty.
I guess we are going to need to get another one. We're going to need to get more bottles. Where's Bodrick? Is he still conscious?
Yep. he's looking a little less lucid though.
That's where it went.
He lets out a raucous belch, and then kind of falls on his butt. Like it propelled him backwards, and he just flops down on his butt.
I'm getting lightheaded. I need to stop laughing for a minute.
Stop
Come on,
laughing!
stop laughing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and have us take what? Like, oh no, we're close to the end here already. I was thinking.
I was going to say, we're basically at the end. That's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I figured we were going to wrap.
Yeah. Is there, before we head back into the Spire, was there anything else you guys wanted to do or discuss while you were on the beach? Anything that you want
Not
to say
really.
to the NPCs? Bodrick is conscious, just drunk. Sasha and Ileana are both there before they take off back to the keep. Are there any plans?
Well, Uldren is going to have to teach Liana how to control the transformation, but that's about
Okay.
it. It's like, quick montage thing.
Yeah.
Montage.
Montage.
And then a well-deserved nap 'Cause I'm below half my fucking HP. And I'm at 2 levels
What?
of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, you took exhaustion from that ritual.
You're the one that pointed
we-
out that you knew how to heal yourself.
Yeah. Everyone also has a level of exhaustion because we didn't sleep for over 24 hours.
It is true.
I've been sitting on this beach.
Good point. Good point.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah. Nothing for me.
I'm sure if we think of anything that needs to be said outside of what we can say for our short-term goodbyes until the next time we see each other, we have the Rocky Talkies.
It's true. It's true. So,
I'm gonna think up a letter that Uldren will write to his sisters, kind of letting them know about like the group coming up and the plans that we have.
That's what you're gonna let them know?
Yeah, you know,
It's-
people are coming over. We're gonna mount a coup. You know,
Oh, by the way, you have a royal
Yes,
title now.
well, that's the best part is I'm gonna sign it by just like putting a seal with the fucking signature.
yes.
Signed, your brother and king.
You're gonna have to amend that one name there.
Yep.
It's Lady Mara and Petra.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
But I don't have to.
That's
I know.
the hilarious juxtaposition of this, of like Uldren, like, oh man, I was waiting for so long to be king, and Raps is like, I don't want to be king of my father's kingdom. Get the fuck away from me.
You're fair.
Well, you could be king in another kingdom.
It's true. All right,
Take it
then
over, turn it around.
we will go ahead and wrap it here for tonight. With next time you guys starting in the Sapphire Spire, meeting with Lister and Rimmer, and going from there. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.